Hello, friends, and welcome back to TJKidz Super Fun Stories, where imagination becomes reality. Today, we have a story about a sea otter. Sea otters are only found in the ocean, whereas river otters sometimes can be found in both fresh and salt water. But Otto, he is an ocean otter, and he has a big problem. He lost his rock. Oh no! Did you know that sea otters find a rock and hold onto it for as long as they can? Sometimes for their whole life. Yeah, they use that special rock to break open clams and mussel shells for food. And they grow very attached to these rocks, and they store them in a little pouch under their forearm called a rock pocket. That's really cool. But it's not cool that Otto lost his rock. We've got to find out what happened. So grab a comfy spot, get cozy, and join me on this adventure. Otto the Otter and the Lost Rock. Otto the Otter had everything a young sea otter could want. Warm waves, good friends, and the best rock in the whole wide ocean. His rock wasn't just any rock. It was smooth, round, and just the right weight for cracking open clams, mussels, and all the crunchy snacks that he loved. Otto loved his rock so dearly, he even named it. Its name was Rocky, and he talked to it like a best friend. "This one's a tough shell, Rocky," he'd say. "Let's crack it together." Otto's mom had given him Rocky when he was just a pup. "Take care of this rock," she warned. "It's not just for cracking shells, it's a part of who you are. If you lose it, you'll be in trouble. You need it to eat." Otto always shrugged. "Don't worry, Mom. Rocky and I are inseparable." He even made up songs about Rocky. Silly ones, loud ones that made the other otters roll their eyes. "Rocky the Rock, you're my best pal. You crack the clams and make me say wow." One afternoon, Otto was playing tag with his friends, darting between swarms of jellyfish, flipping through waves, and laughing so hard he nearly dropped Rocky. So he decided to set Rocky down on a flat edge to continue in the fun, while keeping Rocky safe. "Stay right here, Rocky. I'll be back in a splash." But when he turned around, the ledge was gone. Well, not gone exactly, but it moved. Because the ledge was actually the shell of a sea turtle, and that turtle had just paddled away. "Oh no!" Otto gasped. "Rocky? Rocky?" He searched the reef frantically. He asked every fish, crab, and nearby ocean creature he could find. "Have you seen a little turtle with a rock on its back? It's round, smooth, and very important." No one had seen Rocky. Otto's heart sank. The reality of the situation was starting to settle in. Rocky was missing, and there wasn't a clue in sight. Otto swam in circles, retracing his path, calling Rocky's name like it might answer back. But the ocean just bubbled quietly around him. But he wasn't ready to give up. He swam farther than he ever had before, and now he was pretty far from home. He was entering parts of the ocean he had never been before. While on his search, he ran into a wise old whale named Reuben, who was humming pretty songs through the water. Otto asked Reuben if he had any clues. "Sometimes," the whale said, "the things we lose help us find what we need." Otto looked puzzled. "But I need Rocky." Reuben just smiled and dove back into the deep sea. Next, Otto met a trio of sea turtles who offered him seaweed snacks. "Here, dude," one said. "You hungry?" Otto shook his head. "No thanks. My mom says I need to learn how to crack my own clams." He asked the turtles if they had seen any turtle with a rock on its back. "Nah, man, we haven't seen any turtles with a rock," one replied. "But once my Uncle Brody surfed on a rock for like 30 seconds. It was pretty gnarly." Otto thanked the turtles and continued on, determined to find Rocky. He found a bank in the ocean and decided to take a rest. There he met a grumpy crab. "Have you seen a turtle with a rock on its back by chance?" he asked. The crab just made a grumpy face, clicked its claws, and scuttled away. Otto was losing hope. His paws were getting sore. His belly rumbled. He missed Rocky. He was tired and missing home. But Otto had to do something. So he dove back into the water and headed toward a group of seals swimming nearby. The seals hadn't seen any turtles or rocks, but they were very kind and wished Otto well. But then they swam off in a hurry, and Otto wasn't quite sure why. Then came a shadow. Then a big, sharp dorsal fin popping out from the water. It was a shark. "Looking for something, little otter?" the shark asked, circling slowly. Otto darted, flipped, and swam like never before. He barely escaped the shark's mighty lunges, his heart pounding from the close encounter. Now he was all alone again, tired, hungry, and lost. "I'll never find Rocky," he whispered. "I'll never get home." He floated in silence, staring at the endless blue. Then he remembered something his mom had often said. "When you feel that all is lost and you can no longer cope, you must dig down deep and find the courage and never lose hope." Otto closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and looked around. "Okay," he said. "I can do this." He took in a deep breath and gathered up his last bits of energy and swam over to another bank in the distance. There he searched around and found a small round rock nestled in the sand. Not rocky, but close enough. "Let's see what you've got." He found a clam nearby and cracked open the shell. "I did it," he said out loud. Then he looked at the rock. "Or, I guess we did." Then he gave the rock a new name, Pebbles, just for now. "Thanks, Pebbles," he said. "You're not Rocky, but you helped." Otto's belly was now full, and his spirit was stronger. Just then, Otto heard a familiar voice echoing through the waves. "Need a lift, little otter?" It was Reuben the whale. He told Otto that he had run into Otto's mother while chasing some krill. "Your mother is worried," he said, "but I know the way back to your home." Otto climbed onto Reuben's back. As they were on their way back home, something caught Otto's eye. A turtle floating nearby, with a very familiar rock resting on its shell. "Rocky!" Otto shouted. Otto jumped in the water, swam over to the turtle, and quickly grabbed Rocky from its shell. "Oh, I missed you, buddy," Otto whispered, hugging the rock tight. Reuben brought Otto the rest of the way home, where his mom was waiting on shore. "Otto, where have you been? I was so worried," she said. I lost Rocky," Otto said. "But I found him again, and I found my way back home." Then he told his mom the whole story about how he lost Rocky and how that led him on his adventure. His mom didn't scold him. She just smiled and pulled him close. "You're growing up now, Otto. I'm proud of you." Otto looked at Rocky, then at the ocean. "Next time," he said, "I'm tying you to my tail." That night, Otto curled up in a bed of seaweed, Rocky tucked tight under his arm. He thought about Reuben, the turtles, and even the grumpy crab. He thought about pebbles and how sometimes even a small rock can make a big difference. And from that day on, Otto still talked to Rocky, but he also talked to whales, turtles, and even some grumpy crabs. He gave pebbles to his little brother as a gift and gave the same speech his mother gave him about Rocky, with a few tweaks of his own. "Take care of this rock," he said. "It's not just for cracking shells. It's a part of who you are. If you lose it, you'll be in trouble. You need it to eat. And it may just turn out to be your best friend." Otto moved away from home shortly after. He was now a grown-up otter. But he never forgot the day he lost Rocky, and he would never lose him again. They went on to live happily ever after. The end. And that's the end of our story, friends. I hope you liked it. Aw, cute little Otto and his friend Rocky made it through okay. And now Otto is all grown up and ready to be on his own. It wasn't easy, though. He had to go through some pretty difficult situations to find Rocky and to get back home. And that reminds me of a moral I learned from this story. Otto learned that even when things go wrong, there's always a way forward. You just have to trust yourself and keep trying, and you can make it through any challenging situation. And sometimes, the adventure itself is what helps us grow. So if you've ever lost something special or felt a little lost yourself, remember Otto and keep swimming. What did you learn? Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one. Toodles!